Good morning, everyone. It's Monday. We've made it to a new week. So this is my last week before my week and a half vacation. So today is already packed. Tomorrow is packed. Wednesday is packed. Wednesday is really packed. Thursday is manageable. Thursday's manageable. Friday is holy moly, how busy can I be? And Saturday, I'm not sure I'll sleep Friday night. That's where I'm at. Oh my goodness. I can already feel the anxiety of this trip building because it's the first big trip I've made since before COVID. So I have a lot of anxiety, and I know that there are other people that struggle with anxiety. And part of how anxiety manifests in me is I go to sleep. I'm fine going to sleep, but then I wake up in the middle of the night and I lay there, and my brain does this weird, let's circle around and around and around the subject matter. Right, Astra? And I toss and I turn and I keep her up. And I think that's why she's decided my lap is the place to be this morning. She can feel my anxiety. So she's trying to help me stay calm by pinning me down. So today's daily devotional is about anxiety. Something that I do for my anxiety. Everybody does things a little differently, right? Well, one of the things that I do is I make sure that I drink a calming tea. Some people like the tea bags that they have different herbal blends. I make my own herbal blend. I like valerian as a good calmer with some chamomile, a little bit of fennel. Fennel is actually also good for your digestive tract. I find it really soothing for me. Sometimes I add a little peppermint. Valerian is not for everyone. It kind of tastes funny and it makes your house smell bad. So it's not everybody's cup of tea. Haha. Okay, I'll stop petting that. The other thing that I like to do that really does help, and sometimes I can get it to work in the middle of the night, where I work on my astral temple. So I have a meditation that I go to my place between worlds, and I use a visualization where I walk up steps that each step has a chakra color, and on each step I do a full breathing technique. I mindfully get in touch with my body and the energy center of my body, and I get up to a landing, and on the landing is my top chakra, or actually the chakra that's above my top chakra, your outer chakra, your star sign. And I stand in front of the doorway and I visualize the doorway, because my doorway is blank until I get to the right visualization, then I can open the door. And I go into my sacred space. And once I'm in my sacred space, I allow my guides to surround me, or my map team to surround me, or whatever the best team help that I need for that moment, or for the anxiousness. And usually if I can get to my astral temple, if I can get myself calmed down enough to go there, then I can usually get right back to sleep, because my team is helping me get back to sleep. Now, sometimes if I can't get back to sleep, it's usually because I can't get to my astral temple. I can't emotionally or energetically or focus-wise, I can't get there. So I need a little bit of help. I need some tea, or I need a hot shower or a hot bath, or something that will kind of help ease whatever cortisol peak that I'm having in my physiological body that's triggering that. Deep breathing is another thing that sometimes I'll do, especially if it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning and I don't want to wake Luke up by getting up out of bed, or coming downstairs and making noise. And our bathroom's right off our bedroom. So I can't just go take a hot shower or bath without waking him up. So if it's one of those, then I try to do other techniques. I try really hard to avoid taking anything for anxiety until I've walked through all of the other techniques that I have. Now, my anxiety is a combination issue where sometimes it's sensory stuff on top of just the ADHD, like circle-y into the whirlpool brain problem. Now, I know that this weekend I was really busy. Saturday, I was really busy. Yesterday, I did a lot. And so last night, I went to sleep just fine. I did wake up at 12:30, and I had a really tough time getting back to sleep. And some of it was sensory overload. I was having a really hard time getting my physiological body's heartbeat to come down, and I was having a hard time like getting the breathing. So what I ended up doing is I have an Aura ring, and there are some meditations on that, and I just turned one of those on for 15-20 minutes. I think I went through 2 of them, and they're just the deep breathing ones. And then I was able to get to my astral temple to then be able to go to sleep. But I know that I've got a lot of anxiety building up to this trip. So something that I did this morning is when I did my map session, I had my team kind of help me work on my calmness, which ironically put me to sleep. I was only going to do a half-hour session. I ended up doing an hour. I had a full hour done. And then when I got up, I felt so much better. And I actually did my tuning forks before I got onto Daily Devotional today. And then Astra decided to sit in my lap for half an hour, so I couldn't start Daily Devotional. I do feel much better. I feel a lot more calm. But I know that this is going to be something I'm going to have to work on this week. And, we're human first, right? And when we're doing something new for the first time, or we're really excited about something, sometimes excitement can translate into anxiety. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really excited for my trip, but I'm also really anxious about my trip. I'm really running down on the line of all the things that I want to do, and I think I'm going to run out of time. But so today's daily devotional is very much about, I would recommend using all of the tips and tricks that you've got for anxiety. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to on my trip is this will be the first time I've gone to a big camping event on medication for ADHD. So it's a new experience for me. So part of it is I'm anxious about is how is it going to work? And B, how is it not going to work? So today is definitely an exercise this week, because I've got a really busy week. I have to make sure that I'm getting up early enough to do my daily devotions and to work on that mindfulness and coming back to that place of peace every single day. Really coming back in and centering my energy column, making sure that my root is connected into the earth, making sure that I'm pulling good earthy, solid energy up and through my field, and also making sure that energy flows all the way through my energy field, and taking a lot of breathing moments. Yesterday, I found that there were a couple times I was starting to get really anxious, and I sat down. Once I sat down at the counter, and I did some deep breathing. I was like, okay, I'm going to breathe for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to focus. And it works. It really works. Getting all that oxygen, really fill your lungs, fill your diaphragm, re-energize your blood, really calms things down. It gets everything connected, and really helps connect you to the energy around you and your energy, and helps soothe out those jagged edges that I visualize anxiety like, I don't know how the best way to describe it. I have a lot of synesthesia. So if you think of anxiety is, those child's, when you're a kid and you have your picture in a coloring book, and then the child's done a lot of really scratchy like scribbles. That's the feeling I think anxiety has. It's sharp. It's also got a smell to it. It's got kind of a sour smell to it. Anxiety is very sour, like bad BO, but also pointy and jagged and harsh and uncomfortable. So it's not a place that I want to be. For years, I didn't even know what anxiety was. I didn't know that what I was feeling was anxiety, because identifying how I feel versus how other people describe it, and other people describe it differently. But to me, it has a really bad odor. The color is also very like reddish brown color, and it's spiky and owy. So when I'm anxious, ironically, anxiety is actually painful for me. Like, there's actually pain in my body. That's how I translate it. So when I have that feeling, it's a painful feeling. I think that looking back at different parts of my life, when I was trying to explain when I hurt, it was anxiety, because I didn't know that when you have synesthesia, your wires are crossed. So not everybody experiences the world the same way. Oh, hey, wait, and I also have autism, so my synapses are all firing in a different direction. So there's physical pain that comes with my anxiety. So, I mean, it took me a long time, like pretty much my early to mid 40s, before I figured out that that's what anxiety is for me. And learning to calm that pain means I have to stop. I have to stop what I'm doing, and I have to do the breathing work, and I have to do mental exercises to calm it down. When I have gotten past the anxious part, the pain goes away. So I know I'm getting somewhere. I know everybody doesn't have those clues, but it's very important when I work with clients and we talk about anxiety, what is anxiety to them? Because that tells me what techniques and tools are better for them. Breathing is generally always one of the first ones. Charged water is another one. Calming teas, mental exercise. But not everybody can visualize really well. So maybe the mental exercises aren't going to work for them. The visualizations aren't going to work for them. But there are guided meditations that can. Some people need like body movement. Some people need yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong. Everybody's a little bit different. So I guess my biggest tip to everyone today, and the biggest tip for myself, is that I know that my anxiety is getting worse. My body pain is getting worse. So part of this week is making sure I take the moments in between client sessions, because I have a whole bunch of sessions booked this week. And I take the time to breathe, get up early in the morning, make sure I have plenty of time to do my daily devotions, and take the time I need throughout the day to be quiet, breathe, and sit in that place of peace, reconnect to that place of peace, so that moving into next week when we get on the road and travel, I'm not a mess. Okay, so have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you tomorrow with daily devotions, and in blessed prayer, Blessed be the goddess, blessed be the god, blessed be your guides. Really connect in with the elementals. This is the most beautiful time of the year. We are post-fall equinox, and we're moving into the dark time of the year. Hello, Astra. Hello. I think Astra's coming to say goodbye too. Are you coming to say goodbye too? To wish everyone a happy day? I started saying blessed be, and you came out of nowhere. She doesn't know what she wants. Oh, well, I lied. She does. Hello. Hello. So have a blessed day, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be. Say bye-bye, Astra.